Oh, we're back in business. Look at this. Yes. Right, first up is Natural Water, Rivers and Ponds Pack. This is by Owl Moonlight MA, 2.34 megabyte on the download. And yeah, if you imagine, well, if you remember this coming out on 22, is a little bit fiddly. I'm going to call it that way. Now, I first tried to play this one here. I'm not the greatest of landscapers. We'll just put it that way. I will say it's easier with a ditch. We'll just leave it there. Now, you're going to find them in the construction menu and under decorations and others. So I'm going to scroll down the bottom. You got quite a few different options. So first up, we got a long straight one. We've got another long straight one, a bit longer. Obviously, straight ones. You've got corner pieces. You've got a crossroads there. Got a left hand. You then got a bit of a, I'm going to say flume, slip and slide. And then got a right hand version, another little kinked version, and then you got the big round ones, and then some big square ones at the end. And we've got some smaller square ones. So obviously you can fit whatever you like into one of these. Now, obviously we have got different types of ones. Now I've gone for the blue water. I mean, we have got green water, so maybe like a bit more of a murky pond, that sort of thing. Same shapes as before, but alright, fair enough. It is what it is. Now, to obviously place these down, you are going to need to have some sort of area below ground level. So whether you raise it up like this, or whether you dig a ditch, yeah, I would say dig a ditch. So you go into your construction menu. We're then going to go and dig a ditch, because it's the easier version. So we'll do that. We're going to press and hold X down. We're going to dig ourselves a ditch like that. It's going to take its time for some reason. I don't know why it's taking its time, mind you. I haven't got my hands on the controls now, and it's still going. What's going on with that? But alright, now we're done. Now we've got our ditch. So we'll go and get our water area. So we'll go for a long one. Because obviously, as long as you've got enough space for it, it's going to fit in. So we'll go like that. You can spin it around, make sure it fits. And obviously, once you're happy with it, now it's going to raise and lower depending on where the actual target is. So if you've got a higher bit of ground, maybe you want to go about there, or maybe you want just a little bit of a pond, you know, go a bit further down, entirely up to you. But once you're happy, you just press A, place it, and you're done. So we've now got two strips. I mean, it looks like I've made a little bit of a bridge over it, but I haven't. It is what it is. Now, apparently you can fill your trailer up with this, so I'm going to go get my trailer. We're going to find out. Right, so I've got my trailer. Well, what do you call it? Trailer? Tanker? I've got my tanker, whatever you want to call it. So we'll just back it in. There we are. Oh, there we are. We've got the option. Refill it. Oh, excellent. I mean, I know we've got the little workaround with free water at the rice field, if you want to do that, but you could put a little ditch in, fill your water up from there. Oh, fair enough. Now, there is a word of warning on the website saying about putting different water planes next to each other. Yeah, you may get them pretty spot on, but in the winter, when you got some snow, it might look a little bit dodgy. So I'd say just be careful. Have a little play around. It's not the most intuitive of things to get right, but I think if you give it a bit of time and a bit of patience, you could make something that looks really good. Right, next up is Old Wooden Barn. This is by ICAST, 7.13 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it in a construction menu and under buildings and sheds. 25 grand, and there is a customizable option. So you can have, whoa, that's a bit zoomed in. There you are, that's a bit better. If you go to the customize option, you can change the colour. And if you've got the unlimited colours, yeah, you can have whatever colour you like. No problem. Right, so once you've placed it down, you got the doors that open at the front, so just there. And once you're inside, there's a fairly decent bit of space. Yeah, not bad. And we've got a light switch over here. There we are. So B, turn the lights on. No problem. We've got these side doors as well, which then open up onto the side piece. A little bit of an awning, lean-to, whatever you want to call it. That being said, that's all right shed, that is. Right, next up is Hay Shed. This is by ADAB Modding ABP Team. 1.31 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it in a construction menu and under buildings and silos. Now, it's going to be a store everything thing. 600 pieces is going to hold, and it's going to do your bales and your pallets. So you got your loading in point just there. You got your taking out point just there. But if you don't fancy using it as one of those, you could just park anything under there. I mean, there's no collisions. And you've got a bit of a drive-through option on the go. Yeah, nice tunnel design. Fair enough. Right, next up is Steel Hall. This is by LQM, 12.69 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it in a construction menu. And the first one is going to be found under silos. Now, it's going to cost you 45 grand, but it's going to hold 1,200 bales or pallets. 1,200 bales or pallets in one building. Why not? Why would you not want to go for that? Now, there is a different option if you wanted to go for the standard shed version. It's going to cost you the same. So, yeah, well, why would you want to go for the shed? Just go for one that at least gives you the option of storing some stuff. I mean, again, like the previous one, you can put anything in here. Obviously, you got your bales and your pallets will get stored up. But there's no collisions. You can just drive anything through. Give yourself the option. Why not? I mean, they're both going to cost the same. Go for this one. I mean, 1,200. Why not? Right, next up is Medium Biogas Plant Package. This is by RLSF Modding. 30.98 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find him in a construction menu and under factories. Now, we've got two different versions. We've got the one I've placed down here for 900 grand. And we've also got one for 1.25 million. Now, the one I've gone for is going to be the 400 kilowatt version, battery power. It's not even battery power though, is it? Obviously that's how much it generates. And then the bigger one, 750. Now they both work the same. So you got your loading in point for your slurry, or that's tell a lie, that's a taking out point for your digestate. Your loading in point for your solid stuff goes into the bunker. Your loading in point for your slurry goes there, and then you got your production chain menu just here. So this is going to be doing your usual, your manure. Well, it's going to take potatoes as well. All right, that's a little bit different to the standard one. And then your silage, your slurry, and your sugar beet cut. Obviously, it's going to make a bit of methane and some electric and your digestate. So obviously, the electric will get sold off when it does. Yeah, no problem. Obviously, the bigger one is the 3-podder rather than the, was it a duo pod? Yeah, we'll go with that. Duo pod one or the triple pod one. Entirely up to you. And next up is Finnish Machinery Sheds. This is by AEN Design, 16.57 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find him in a construction menu and under buildings and sheds. Now, we've got two different versions here. So first up, we've got the shed itself. Now, it does have some customizable options on it. So it comes as standard like that. So if you press the configurator button, whatever you want to call it, the customization button, that's better. We've got the option to have doors on the front, yes or no. Then we've got the color option, and again, if you've got the unlimited colors, you can do whatever you like. Now, if you didn't fancy going for that one and you want to go for the other one, now the other one is actually a workshop, but you can change the color as well if you wanted to. So again, pick whichever one you want. Why not? Why not indeed? Now, obviously, I've got the garage workshop one just here. So open up those doors like that. There we are. And then once you get inside, there's your workshop trigger. Fix up your vehicles, no problem. Got a bit of open area storage just there. And then the first shed is, well, to be fair, if you've gone for the one without the doors, it's open storage. I mean, if you've gone for the one with doors, yeah, it's enclosed. So it's entirely up to you. Although, it is raised off the ground a little because it going to give you a little bit of vents, well, a little bit of ventage, put it that way. You've got some bales in there, you know, they're not gonna sweat in the heat. Oh, fair enough. Right, next up is Small Shed Pack. This is by DMI Young Proofed, 8.5 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find him in a construction menu and under buildings and sheds. Now, again, he's got some customizable options on him. You can change the color to whatever you like if you've got the unlimited colors. Now you've got the small one there for 30 grand. We've then got the medium one, which, well, I say medium one, it's in the middle of the pack. It's probably the larger one out of the three. Is going to be 40 grand. And then we've got the one with the side piece is going to be 35 grand. So you come up to it and we've got these side doors. There we are. Open up those like that. Can we open up the big door from outside? Yes, we can. Once you're inside, plenty of space. No problem. Have we got a light switch? I don't see anything. It looks more like grain storage, that sort of thing. You know, you've got the concrete walls at the bottom. That's going to hold all your crop in. Then you've got your bigger one. So open up the doors like that. Like that one. Then you've got the small door on the side. So like the previous one, but just bigger, which is fair enough. Then we've got the one on the end. Got your side piece on the go if you want to store some stuff out the rain. And then you've got your big door at the front, just like the first one. Ah, they're all right, they are. Right, next up is Buyable Small Square Bales. This is by Tarksy007, 0.11 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them in the shop under bales. Now, as the name would suggest, they're the small square bales. 0.7 litre, well, 0.7 thousand litres, so 700 litres. They're going to be 100 each, 32 kilograms, which means you're going to be able to lift them up, no problem. Now, they come in combinations of 1 and all the way up to 16. You must 16 small bales at once if you really wanted to. And you can have your straw, you can have your grass, which is interesting actually, because the standard bales you get from the shop, you don't actually get grass, you get hay. So that's a nice thing, I must admit. All right, fair enough. Right, next up is the Still MS261 CM Light 04 Timber Sports. Man, that's a name. That's a name in itself. This is by Castan18, 1.5 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find him under hand tools and chainsaws. So we've got the MS261. We've also got the MS261 again, which is random. I mean, they've got different blades on. Fair enough. Now, obviously, you can't go into the shop to see them. They are what they are. So we're going to go buy them like that. There we are. So we've got 2 chainsaws. And we're ready to go. So LB and up on your D-pad. There's your first one. I mean, we can't see anything, mind you. But all right. I mean, you got your option. You can sort of slightly see the teeth going around just through the gap. Ah, there we are. That's better. All right, fair enough. So that's the... I don't even know which one that was. That was the Steel MS. And then we got the Timber Sports version. There you are. Different blade on that one. Well, I've put my light on. Ah, dear. But you can get obviously chainsaw up some stuff. I mean, I'm not sure you could... Can you chainsaw up a... Oh, let's give this a go. I mean, it goes through a concrete structure, but it's not going to cut it, obviously. Oh, fair enough. A little bit different on the old chainsaws. Why not? Right, next up is the Agco Weight Pusher. This is by Hispano, 2.7 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under weights. Now, it starts off 800 kilos for 3.5 grand. We can then change the weight up to 900 kilo, 1,000 kilo, 1.1, 1.2 ton, 1.3 ton, and then back to 800. So the 1.3 ton is your heaviest weight. You then got your pusher configuration. So we've got the right pusher, 1400 millimeter. Got your left. You then got your left at 2,800 millimeters. Well, to be fair, yeah, that's just both. Let's face it. And then we've got the right 1600, left 1600, both 3200, and back to nothing. Now, obviously, what you'd use these for is if you had this on the front of your tractor and you're doing a bit of baling, and you come down the road, come down the field, whatever, there's a bale in your way. It sort of just nudges it out the way so you can carry on working without messing around. You then got screw configuration. So we've got yes or no. What's that changing? Oh, that on the top there. All right, that's, I suppose that's just for decoration. It's like a little vice on the top of your weight. All right, no problem. Hitch configuration, yes or no. Puts the hitch on the front. And then you've got your main colour. Obviously, you pick whichever you like, especially if you've got the unlimited colour pack in. Fair enough. I'm going to say to that in pink. Right, next up is the Amazon ZATS4200. This is by 76 Max, 5.99 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under fertilizer spreaders. Now, this has got a 4,200 litre capacity, 42 metre working width, 12 mile an hour working speed at 45,100 to buy. The only options you've got are the decals, so you can have them as old, new, or back to old. And then you've got your warning signs, yes or no. There's a couple of different options, but it's basically the standard base game one, just with a few different stickers. But all right, fair enough. Right, next up is the Possenger Synchro 3020. This is by Despo93, 4.06 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under cultivators. Now, it's got a 90 horsepower requirement for your tractor, 3 meter working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, 14 grand to buy. Obviously, 3 meter is going to be for your small farming shenanigans. But that being said, just because you're doing small farming doesn't mean you can't have good looking tools, and that looks ace. Right, next up is the Possenger Terradisc 3001, again by Despo93, 5.47 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find this one under disc arrows. Now, from the same modder, and it's got the same working width as the previous one, 3 meter working width, 95 horsepower requirement for me tractor, 11 mile an hour working speed, 16 grand. So it's like a full set of small farming shenanigan equipment. Yeah, fair enough. Right, next up is the Horsch 3FX, again by Despo93, 4.59 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under cultivators. So, I think this modder really likes his 3 meter working widths, because again, this is another 3 meter. 140 horsepower requirement for me tractor, 9 mile an hour working speed, 15 grand. But it looks alright though. I mean, why should small farmers not have good looking stuff? Oh, we've gone up a little level with this one. So we've got the Horsch Joker 4CT, again by Despo93, 5.11 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under disc arrows, but not a 3 meter on this one. No. It's a 4 meter working width. 1 meter bigger, but okay. 11 mile an hour working speed, 140 horsepower requirement for me tractor, 25 grand. So it is still on your small farming shenanigans scale. But again, like the rest, they do look good. Right, now we're getting somewhere. So the Converland Enduro Pro 5000F by Despo93, 10.23 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it on the cultivators. So it's gone up a stage further. We've gone from 3 meter to 4 meter. We're now at 5 meter working width, 240 horsepower requirement for me tractor, 9 mile an hour working speed, 37 grand. All right, we're getting up there. We're getting to some reasonably decent side stuff for doing some, I'll say, medium fields. Should be right with this. Right, next up is the Vogel and Newt Farmer M850 pack. This is by QWERTY PL, 6.65 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under plows. Now, it starts off with the Farmer M854. Now, that's got a 1.6 meter working width, 7 mile an hour working speed, and an 80 horsepower requirement for me tractor, although it's only going to cost you 9 grand. So it definitely is small farming shenanigans with this one. We then got the option of a wheel, yes or no, puts that on the back. Got the option of additional stickers. They go on that side. Sort of like on the edges a little bit. Oh, they're on the back. There we are, on the back of the blades. Fair enough. You then got offset setting. 1, 2, 3, and then back to 1. You then got your main colour. Again, if you've got the unlimited colours pack, you can pick whichever colour you like. Does that bit. The design colour is going to be, we'll go with a crimson red. Why not? It's going to be the blades themselves. And design colour, again, is going to be the tops of the blades. All right, fair enough. Now, if you're thinking 1.6 metre, that's a little bit big. Yeah, I did say big, because they've got a different version. Exactly the same options. Oh dear, but it's a 1.2 metre with this one. 7 mile an hour working speed, 60 horsepower requirement for me tractor. So again, both of this pack is going to be for your small farming shenanigans. Right, next up is the Elo LK215. This is by AEN Design, 4.19 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under levelers. Now, this requires 65 horsepower from your tractor, 6 mile an hour working speed, 5.5 grand to buy. Now, there is no working width because obviously this is supposed to be used in a bunker silo just to squash all your stuff down, get it compacted, ready to put your blanket on. You got the option of design standard, no guardrail, or standard, although to be fair, you're in a bunker silo. What do you need a guardrail for? All right, no problem. You then got your main colour. That can be anything you like if you've got the unlimited colours mod in. All right, fair enough. Get some levelling done. Right, next up is the Elo Scorpio 710 Stone Picker. This is by Black Sheep Modding, 8.16 megabyte on the download. And this was an awesome piece of kit on FS25. And I'm glad it's back because Stone Picker, they had a really small pickup point, and this has got a big one. So 4,000 litre capacity, and it's got 170 horsepower requirement for me tractor, 9.5 working with. 9.5 meter getting your stones up. That is so much better than the standard base game one. 10 mile an hour working speed is going to cost you 64 grand. You got the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, and then back to Trelleborg on your tyres. Again, rim colour, you go for whatever you like. I mean, just get the unlimited colours. It's so much better. But, oh, that's great. 9.5 metre working with, doing your stones. Very nice. Well, next up is the Roper Tiger 6S Premium. This is by eFarmer, 25.93 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it on the vegetable harvester. So, we have got a 796 horsepower engine, 24 mile an hour top speed, 43,000 litre on, what are we calling it? Beet tank? Veg tank? Yeah, we'll go with that. 6 mile an hour working speed, and it's going to cost you 569 nice £1,000. We then got the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, Mitas, BKT, and then back to Trelleborg on the tyres. You can then change the main colour. Yep, let's do it. Just that bit. Wow, that's a bright pink, I must admit. Design colour, we'll go with a blue. Does the main, what is it? The beet tank? Vegetable tank? Yeah, we'll go with that. You got your front guard, so we'll go with red on that one. It's going to do your front guard there like that. And then your rim colour is obviously going to do your rims. Now, once you've got a harvester, you're not going to be able to get much out of the ground as it is. You're going to need a header. And we've got a couple. So first off is the RRXL 9X45 root crop. That's a long name for a header, I must admit. 4 metre working width, 6 mile an hour working speed. It's going to cost you 97 grand. Obviously, you got your colour options. Your main colour, you match it up with your main vehicle. And then your design colour, it's going to do the bits underneath. And this one is going to do your sugar beet, your red beet, your carrots, and your parsnips. Now, if you want to do those and you're doing a potato, there is a different version for you. So you've got 4 metre again, but this is only going to cost you 39 grand. Same colour options. The multi-root crop, vegetable crop, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, 97 grand. That's a lot more expensive. That's like 58 grand more. All right, fair enough. And you've got the trailer on the end because obviously, you don't want to be driving around with the header stuck on the front. You're going to be crashing into cars. So you got this one there, 9 grand. You got your colour options to match it up with your main vehicle. But that's a great harvester, that is. Right, next up is the John Deere 110-112 round fender. This is by Schleutches Modding, 12.5 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under small tractors. And to be fair, yes, it is a very small tractor. We'll just leave it at that. So you got the engine set up. So it starts off with an 8 horsepower engine. You then bump up to a 12 horsepower. Oh, a full 4 horsepower. Why not? You then got your wheel setup. So you got your standard, your garden tyres, your garden tyres again, your garden tyres again, some more garden tyres 2, and then back to, wide tyres on a little ride-on tractor. Yes, that look ace. Some more wide tyres. I mean, there's plenty of tyres for you to be checking out. Check them out. Oh, they look awesome. You got pin on a rear hitch, so spin it back round like that. So you've got round pin, long pin, or standard. Then come down to attaches. We can have a 3-point on the back. Not sure what piece of equipment you're going to use with a 3-point, mind you. It's only got 12 horsepower at the most, but you can if you want to. Fair enough. Now, what this is specifically made for is the bit that comes with it, which is it, the Deck 110, 1.5 metre working width, 7 mile an hour working speed. It's going to cost you 590. Now, obviously, this is a little ride-on lawnmower, so we'll start it up. It's got a great start-up sound. I mean, it's just like, that's brilliant. Right, so to mount the actual blade bank itself, you just drive over the top of it like that. Then you get your option, and then you're away to go. You can go mow some grass, go mow somebody's lawns. Oh, that's a great little tractor. Right, next up is the Massey Ferguson 600 series. This is by Blower, 20.17 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them on the small tractors. So first up, we've got the 2-wheel drive version. So it's got a 68 horsepower engine, 18 mile an hour top speed. You can then change that and go for 80 horsepower, then it goes up to 90 horsepower, and then back to 68. So your 90 horsepower is going to be your top version. Then you've got your Trelleborg, your Continental, your Vredestein, Michelin, Mitas, BKT, then back to Trelleborg. Got air filters, you've got design 1 or 2. Then got beacon light, left, right, left and right, or nothing. Front weight, so we've got no, yes, or no. So actually, how much is that putting on? So 4 ton it weighs, and 3.6 normal. So that's putting on a 400 kilo weight on there. Front loader attacher, quickie, Hauer, and nothing. And that's going to be your options. Now, if you don't fancy having a 2-wheel drive version, well, you got a 4-wheel drive. So you're going to get stuck a little less in the mud, which is fair enough. Now, all the options are going to be the same as before. So you just go for 2-wheel or 4-wheel. I'd say go with 4-wheel. It's a little more safer to stop you getting stuck. The last mod for the day is the Ponge SPX 816. This is by Universe Simu Modding, 11.09 megabyte on the download, and it's the first on console anyway that I know of auto loader. It's going to do your bales. Yeah, it's not going to do pallets, so we're not quite there yet, but it's the first, put my teeth in. I'm excited about this. The first auto load for your bales. It's going to do 24 bales, 125 to 180 centimeter round bales, and 180 to 240 centimeter square bales. Now, you've got a few options. You've got your Trelleborg, your BKT, your Mitas, Vredestein, and then back to Trelleborg on your tyres. You have the option, and I say you have the option, yes or no on auto load. Is it really an option? No, we're going to do it. We're going to have the auto load. Folding mechanism, you've got your straight side 1, straight side 2, vario side, and then back to standard. I mean, 17,750 to not load your bales yourself. Why would you not want to do that? Fair enough, right? So we've got one all hooked up. Now, if you do LB and press X, it's currently in its operating position. You want to press that so it says transporting position. Then you just come alongside, and then boom, they're on. 6 bales loaded. Didn't even have to get out the cab. What can you say about that? That's just awesome. Now, if you want to unload them, we'll do LB and Y unload bales, and then put them in a sort of floating state. You want to do LB and right stick left and right, and then LB and right stick up and down. Now, I will say be a little bit careful with this. So we'll do, yes, we want to unload there, so we press LB and Y again, drop it down. Now, you can move that around. If you do LB and right stick up and down, left and right and whatever, and it's going to put it completely out of the way of where you was expecting it. So if we back up and we press reset, so we're back in the operating position, put it in transporting, and we drive back along, there's a good chance, he says, it's a good chance that you're going to put it out of wherever it's supposed to be. So if we put it there like that, we go all the way down. What we do? Do you want to unload? Well, I unload. I'll put it back into the camera, the normal position. Ah, there we are. Right. So if we drop the bales there, unload the bales. No, we don't unload. We want to unload the bales here. Reset operating position. There we are. Right. So we got sorted. Now if we press reset, and then we do LB and RB, we put it all the way out to the left and all the way down. Right. So if we back up now, and then we'll drive alongside. This is going to prove me wrong now as well. So we'll put it into the transport position, and then come alongside, and it's going to load them right there. When I was testing this out, yeah, I struggled to find them, to be fair, but it seems to be working now. But okay, no problem. We also have our first new map for console, so New Frontier by Ola Holder, 314.31 megabyte on the download. It's down as an update, but part of the update is coming out for console, so that's great. We did have one actual genuine update as well, so we've got Old Bomber Shelter by Modding Association Katsuo.